The rain started just before midnight, soft at first, then steady, washing the streets of Port Harcourt in a dull silver sheen. By the time Inspector Dammy Lawson arrived at Azakow Street, the crowd had already gathered. Yellow tape stretched across the entrance of a narrow compound. Neighbors whispered in low tones, their eyes sharp with curiosity and fear. Dammy ducked under the tape. "Evening, Inspector," Sergeant Bello said, standing near the doorway. His uniform was damp, his expression tight. "Victims inside." Dammy nodded. "Who found her?" "Neighbor. Said she heard a scream around 10:45. Thought it was a domestic quarrel, until it went quiet." Dammy stepped into the room. The air was thick, iron and something else. Fear, maybe. The woman lay on the tiled floor beside a small wooden table. Early 30s. Well dressed. No sign of struggle beyond a broken glass and a chair tipped over. Single stab wound. Clean. Precise. "Name?" Dammy asked. "Amakaedze," Bello replied. "Runs a boutique downtown." Dammy crouched beside the body. "No defensive wounds." "She knew her killer," he said quietly. Bello nodded. "That's what it looks like." Dammy's eyes scanned the room. Neat. Organized. No forced entry. A phone lay on the table, screen cracked but still faintly glowing. "Don't touch anything," he said, already pulling on gloves. He picked up the phone carefully. "Last call, 11:02 p.m., unknown number." "That's after the scream," Dammy muttered. Bello frowned. "Maybe she called for help." Dammy shook his head. Or someone called to confirm the job was done. The next morning, the rain had stopped, but the tension hadn't. Dammy sat at his desk, staring at the call log printout. The unknown number had been traced, burner SIM. Unregistered. Typical. Across from him, Bello leaned back in his chair. "We checked her business. Clean. No debts, no known enemies." "No one is ever that clean," Dammy replied. A knock came at the door. "Sir," a young constable said, "there's someone here. Says he's the victim's fiancé." Dammy and Bello exchanged a look. "Send him in." A tall man stepped into the room, dressed in a crisp white shirt. His face was drawn, eyes red, but there was something else beneath it. Control. "My name is Tund Balogun," he said. "I heard about a Maka this morning." Dammy gestured to the chair. "Seat." Tund sat slowly. "When was the last time you spoke to her?" Dammy asked. "Yesterday evening," Tund replied. "Around 9. She sounded normal." "No argument." Tund hesitated. "Just a second." "A small one," he admitted. "Nothing serious." "About." "Wedding plans. Stress." He forced a weak smile. "You know how it is." Dammy didn't smile back. "Where were you between 10:30 and 11:30 p.m.? "At home," Tund said quickly. "Alone." "Anyone who can confirm that?" "No." Silence filled the room. Dammy leaned forward slightly. "Mr. Balogun, your fiancé received a call at 11:02 p.m. after neighbors reported hearing a scream." Tund's eyes flickered. Just for a moment. "That's strange," he said. "Yes," Dammy replied. "It is." By afternoon, Dammy was back at the crime scene. Something didn't sit right. He walked slowly around the room again, replaying everything in his head. No forced entry. No struggle. A single, precise wound. Professional. But then, the broken glass. The overturned chair. Too staged. His gaze returned to the table. The phone. He crouched, studying the cracks on the screen. Not from a fall. From pressure. He picked it up again, tilting it toward the light. A faint smudge near the edge, like something pressed against it. Or someone had tried to grab it. "Bello," he called. "Yes, sir." "Get me the call records again." Full breakdown. An hour later, Bello rushed into the office. "Sir, you were right." Dammy looked up. That 11:02 call. It only lasted 3 seconds. Dammy's eyes narrowed. Not long enough for a conversation. Exactly. Dammy stood slowly. It wasn't a call for help, he said. And it wasn't confirmation. Bello frowned. Then what was it? Dammy grabbed his jacket. It was a mistake. They found Tund at his office. This time, he didn't look composed. Inspector, he said nervously. What's going on? Dammy stepped closer. You told us you spoke to Amaka at 9 p.m., he said. But your phone records show something different. Tund froze. You called her at 11:02 p.m. Silence. That's not possible, Tund said quickly. I told you. I was at home. The call lasted 3 seconds. Dammy cut in. Just enough time for your phone to connect after you realized you left something behind. Tund's breathing quickened. The murder was clean, Dammy continued. Professional. No struggle. But the broken glass? The chair? That was added later. To make it look like something else, Bello said. Dammy nodded. You hired someone efficient. But when you came back to check, you saw her phone.